The long-awaited and still yet to be announced Minecraft 1.20 update that many suspect will be getting announced at this year's Minecraft Live 2022 has supposedly been leaked early by an unknown source. Today we're going to be covering all the information that we know about this and whether or not this leak itself is true. So today's news begins on Twitter when I was scrolling through tweets with the hashtag Minecraft Live 2022 hashtag and looking for any and all information regarding this year's Minecraft mod vault, regarding leaks, or even just potential information I didn't already know about. But as I was scrolling through all the tweets, I came across this one specific tweet right here from a user called MrStakeBlocks that said this, hashtag Minecraft Live 2022. Also, I predict 1.20 will be the history update / ancient update. 1. All 3 mob vote choices are history / lore related. 2. We're getting archaeology and bundles. 3. As with almost every recent update, we'll get a new structure. This could be a ruined city or temple. Also, this could function as a structure update as well, since many of the game's structures are old and outdated. Not only that, but Minecraft Legends is coming out, and what is it? A literal legend / myth of the past told by villagers. No way I'm wrong. Hell, it could even add the dark dimension to the game because it's lore related and ancient. New illager structures for Minecraft dungeons like ships, colonies, and castles would be sick too. Anyway, that's why I think it'll be the history / ancient update. Now I know what you're thinking, Joe, why are you showing me this tweet? This is of no relevance and it's actually from some random person on Twitter that isn't even a developer for Minecraft. Why does this matter? Well, it's because of what actually someone responded to this tweet with. Someone by the name of SirToaster7 responded to the tweet by saying also, and then linking a photo, of course, or sharing a photo that included a massive paragraph that says this. Minecraft 1.20 is the archaeological update. This update will be adding ruins, a mob tentatively called the Digger, and several artifacts to find in archaeology. In addition, more fossils will be added. There are also plans to add underground ruined towns in addition to ancient cities, but I do not know more details. Also, there will be a new archaeologist villager that will give maps leading to ruins. Additionally, more geode-like structures will be added in this update. Dungeons might be updated as well. Now naturally, of course, when I saw that, my head kind of went spinning because I was kind of intrigued as to ask, where is this coming from? What is the source and how do you know this? But I looked a little bit more into it and I found the exact source of where it came from, of course. And today we're going to be discussing whether or not this is true and whether or not the source is reliable. But first, what I want to talk about is what the archaeology update actually is, for those of you that don't already know. So for those of you that don't know, back on October 3rd, 2020, during Minecraft Live 2020, Mojang's own developer, Allwrath, the developer of the archaeology system, officially announced it and showed it to the world during Minecraft Live. The archaeology system, which you should be seeing gameplay of right now in the background, that was given to us from Mojang during Minecraft Live 2020, looked fantastic, and Allwrath basically described how incredible it would be. You'd be able to find excavation sites all over the world, and when you went to them you could find hidden artifacts and hidden treasure in these actual areas. What you'd use is these little brushes, as you should be seeing from the gameplay right now, that you'd use to actually basically brush down the gravel and dirt layer by layer by layer and be able to actually uncover and discover old loot or old treasure from a, previous player base. One of the most interesting things about this entire system, if you remember it, was that it would add a lot more history and lore to Minecraft, and this is what Mojang said themselves even, especially with their ceramic shards. These little pieces of clay, it looks like pots of course, were used apparently by someone to tell stories, and that's all that Mojang gave us. It was honestly an incredible looking thing, and as you can see from the gameplay, it looked really fascinating, and looked like Mojang were pretty much that away from having it completed, but we never saw it. Now the reason why we still haven't seen the archaeology system actually implemented into Minecraft was because of everything that was going on at this point in time. During Minecraft Live 2020, this was actually when they initially announced the Caves and Cliffs update, which back then wasn't getting split into 2 different updates or 3, it was just going to be one massive update that included the Caves and Cliffs Part 1 and 2 now that we know it, the Wild update, and the archaeology system all in one. But what ended up happening, of course, that all of us obviously know now, was all the features that were shown in the 2020 show were just so ambitious and so amazing that they just couldn't have enough time to put it all into one single update, so they had to break it all up into all these different updates. And inherently, 2 of the actual main things that were shown in the Minecraft 2020 show seem to have just been scrapped, and that was the archaeology system and bundles. Now when I say seem to have been scrapped, of course, take that with a pinch of salt. Obviously they hadn't actually just been entirely scrapped. Mojang were still working on the bundles and the archaeology system on and off, but we just weren't hearing a lot about them. We even got an update later on that next year, of course, from Archeology, and it was actually the only update we've ever had since then regarding the entire archaeology system, and it says this: I'm really excited to get back to the archy things as soon as I can, but for now we have to focus on 1.18, and at this point, of course, Caves and Cliffs Part 2, and all the awesome things that come with it. I promise to update about all the new Archy things as soon as I can, and ironically, he hasn't done so in a year since this tweet. There's no tweets from him, from obviously Ultraf, in an entire year now, or over a year, since this tweet regarding Archeology. So now that you know what the entire Archeology system is and all the history behind it, let's go and talk about our potential leak from earlier on that we mentioned at the beginning of the video and discuss whether or not it is fake or true. So building off of what we talked about earlier on regarding the leak, Mr. Steak actually replied back to the person Sir Toaster and asked them, is this a leak or an idea? The person Sir Toaster responding back by saying, leak I was told, and then obviously naturally Mr. Steak asked, can you send me the source please, because he wanted to see it. So Toaster then sent over the source, which was a link to r/Minecraft memes subreddit. So we're going to go over there right now and go check out what the source is supposed to be. So the initial post was made by someone called Manyak Shawarma. I think that's how you meant to pronounce her name. It's a very peculiar name. And obviously, of course, it just says for the title, Minecraft 1.20 has been leaked by a dev on Discord, and it shows the screenshot that we already actually seen or that we read out. Now, naturally, it's fine and dandy guys supplying a message that's potentially from a dev of Minecraft on Discord, but if you don't tell us who the dev is or any more extra information, then how are we meant to believe it? Now, when asked for some proof, obviously, the actual original poster himself did respond by saying it's by the same guy who leaked Wild Update last year, and then weirdly enough linked an image of really what is not even able to be used as proof. The image itself is this right here, which as you can see just says, can't say bro, you'll see tomorrow. It's from some random person. Then another response which is, you don't have to believe me, lol. How about first letter of the update? Someone responding back, and then obviously this person responding back with the word W, of course, meant to be a leak for the Wild Update. Yeah, it's kind of not really proof whatsoever. It's actually really obviously fake, it looks like, from this. And the fact it was posted in r/Minecraft memes doesn't really help the entire situation either, if you ask me. It doesn't also help that the individual has just seemingly been memeing about this, and all they do is really post memes. And in general, they even tried to post the exact same post on the r/PhoenixSC, which is the YouTuber subreddit for the YouTuber PhoenixSC. And they just made the exact same post once again, but never supplied any actual proof or actual valid reasoning behind the initial post. So you guys, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but most likely this entire leak is entirely unfactual and it's entirely fake, so just take that as that. However, building off of it though, it is somewhat believable, and not because this individual actually portrayed it as very believable. What they said wasn't really that interesting in regards to believability, but in regards to everything that we've covered today, doesn't it seem kind of logical that we may actually see potentially for the 1.20 update, logically, the Archeology system finally get implemented into Minecraft? Like, honestly, take a minute to think about it, right? Before Caves and Cliffs got split up into two different updates, and then obviously the Warden, which came in the Wild Update, when it was actually getting discussed on October 3rd, 2020, Mojang was discussing all these big features they wanted to add for one big Minecraft update. Inevitably, they ended up splitting all these features up into three different updates. Caves and Cliffs Part 1, Caves and Cliffs Part 2, then obviously of course the Wild Update, which brought the Warden and the Deep Dark, but the Archeology system bundles still haven't came to Minecraft. And what's even more weird towards this, of course, is the factor of this year's mob vote. All the mobs have been pointed at from multiple different people and from many different sources as hints towards archaeological mobs. Each of the mobs, especially the Sniffer, all seem to have some sort of connection with archaeology. I mean, to some extent, of course, if we look too into it, obviously we can see that, but I mean, you know, the Rascal per se might not, and even the Tough Golem might not, but you can definitely see some sort of connection, especially with the mob the Sniffer. So hear me out here, right? What if Minecraft's entire goal with this year's mob vote is to bring a new mob to Minecraft, one of these three new mobs, that is somewhat related to the Archeology system, and then for 1.20 they actually officially announced the Archeology system is coming as the next big update for Minecraft. And to build off of that once again, I mean, this is more obviously us just kind of deep diving into this, but people have been drawing comparisons towards the Sniffer and the Minecraft fossils that we can find in the overworld, comparing them both and saying that they look very similar, as if it's some sort of connection. Like, think about it for a second, right? The Sniffer, this is undoubtedly probably this year's most popular mob for the mob vote, and I think honestly it's going to be the winner for this year's mob vote, but we're going to have to wait and see. But what are people drawing comparisons towards the Sniffer to in real life? Dinosaurs. People are saying the Sniffer is basically Minecraft's first ever dinosaur. It's an extinct mob that went extinct God knows how long ago they were able to bring back to life. And think about it, right? Where do we find the egg for the Sniffer? And I know we're going really far into this, but just for a second. Where do we find the egg for the Sniffer? We find it in the underwater ruins. There are old ruins or temples or whatnot from an ancient civilization from a long time ago. Doesn't all this kind of have some sort of connection if you think about it logically? Put one and one together, it does have some sort of connection. And if the Sniffer was to come to Minecraft, or any of the other mobs that we've seen in this year's mob vote, especially the Sniffer though, what update would best suit coming along with it? The Archeology update, of course. This just seems like a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest, and it seems like Mojang are kind of hinting at that with this year's mob vote perhaps. Again, might be looking a little bit too much into it, but that's from what I've seen and that's from what I think. But yeah, everybody, that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys went to enjoy it. I know the leak probably will end up being fake, and I'm sure some people will be quite saddened at that, but I think what I mentioned today does hold some sort of value and some sort of points, honestly, if you ask me. But anyway guys, other than that, thank you for watching today's video. If you did go to enjoy it, please be sure to share with your friends and family, drop a comment and a like of course, and subscribe to the CatmanJoe channel to stay up to date with the latest Minecraft news content for Minecraft Live, for Minecraft leaks, for whatever it may be. And other than that guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. See you guys on the next one, and peace out everybody.